Hello everyone, listen, welcome to episode 58 of Food for Thought. As you can gather, I'm home sweet home this time, and I suppose my last video was that my €20 burger in the Marine Hotel, about the thickness of a cigarette, so that cost me 20 quid, so I decided this evening I was going to create a man's dinner. So listen, all you ladies can turn off at this stage and all you men can actually turn up the volume. So listen, I'll show you what I got. Okay, just bear with me for a second. Okay folks, listen, I've gone to my local butcher, which is Debsey's Butcher in the bottom of the old shopping centre in Dunlaoghaire, and I've got this whopper of a steak freshly cut on the meat board by the butcher, the friendly butcher, and the weight of this is 37.5 ounces. Now a lot of the weight would be the bone, but listen, this is one hell of a whopper of a steak. So it's been hung for I think 28 days, so I'm going to cook this in the air fryer. And in fairness, beyond that, I'm going to cook it with chips. So I'm going to cook, these are Morris Piper dirty potatoes chips. So listen, whatever way you think about oven chips or air fryer chips, you can't beat deep fried chips, deep fat fryer. And the best oil you can actually cook chips in without a question is crisp and dry. That is the oil, absolutely. The sauce that will go with this is, I have a half a pepper. Pepper can be any colour, so I'll dice that up. I have my Asian mushrooms, I have 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to create a half an onion for the sauce and half an onion just for fried onions in layman's terms. And what I will do, I will just cook them in butter in a small pan, and when they're just about cooked, it's a packet of mushroom soup, it can be any brand, it doesn't matter. You take a tablespoon of that, put it into half a cup of water. You put in 3 tablespoons of real pouring cream, double cream, and you add that to the sauce and you slowly let it simmer. It turns out to be absolutely fabulous. The crushed garlic goes in, obviously, when the original pepper and mushrooms been fried. And yeah, so listen, this is my meal for this evening. The wine is poured, looking good. So listen, it sounds a bit of a high price for a steak, but I suppose when I come back to the Marine Hotel burger for €20 and this steak costs 21, this absolutely T-bone costs 21. So listen, I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to come out. Okay, back to you later. Listen everyone, welcome back. So listen, I have just concluded my meal. I suppose there's a little bit of a health warning attached to this one, because in fairness, if I do never post another review from tonight, you will understand why. I reckon I have gone to heaven in relation to the meal I have just ate. It was like one of those meals that you might see advertised in America, that if you get to finish it, you get the whole lot free. So listen, a 37.5 ounce T-bone steak was absolutely a whopper. So listen, I'll show you how far I got with it, and we'll go back to you in a second. Alright, talk to you, bye. Okay, listen, welcome back to Dunlaoghaire folks. So listen, I'm sitting outdoors. I've just concluded this meal. The wine is absolutely perfectly chilled. And let's show you the plate. Here's the T-bone steak. This 37.5 ounce whopper. Wow. I ended up cooking it for about 35.5 minutes in the air fryer, because in fairness I do like a steak well done. The sauce, I put the mushrooms, the onions, and in fairness the peppers, and I sauteed them in the pan. I added an egg cupful of red wine just in further enhance it before I added in the mushroom mix with the cream. The deep fried onions, etc. was absolutely gorgeous. The chips and the deep fat fryer, listen, you can't beat them folks, sorry. Keep your air fryer, keep your oven chips, keep your whatever, keep your roosters, dirty pipers, use them in a deep fat fryer, crisp and dry oil, and it's a no-brainer. So listen, that steak was, Jesus, that was like one of the steaks you see advertised in America. You know, if you got to eat it all, you get it for free. So listen, let's go to the market sheet. Okay, cut to the chase. Alright, so we go on the visual here. The visual was absolutely amazing. Like, wow, a T-bone is very impressive, even if you just look at it. The overall taste, it was blow away stuff, sorry, you know, no great credit. The meat was fabulous, you couldn't knock it. And the overall taste of that was absolutely everything with the accessories to it. Value for money. Listen, that steak was quite expensive, you know, straight out of Dempsey's Butcher the main guy up there, the main butcher Dave, lovely guy. And there's some foreign butcher in as well, lovely little guy. And there's a new butcher in. They're all really good, helpful guys. And like as I said, that steak was cut freshly off the block and brought it home. And listen, it was in the air fryer within half an hour. So listen, €21.50 for a steak. The accessories, I would say another, €2-3. So maximum price on this one, €24 versus that miserable burger I got in the Marine Hotel on the last view. So listen, this is a maximum for well done to the lads up in Dempsey's service. Listen, kitchen to table outside, listen, 2.5 minutes flat. So listen, credit there. Would I cook this again? I actually would. Yeah, I'd actually cook it again. T-bone is quite a listen, it's a bit of both. You have a massive sirloin to the side, nice fillet to the other side. And in fairness, when I got it, I brought it home. I brought it to room temperature. I dressed it with salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, let it stand for about 20-25 minutes before I cooked it. But Jesus, I'd say that was absolutely gorgeous. Listen, so listen, would I cook it again? Of course I would. So listen, for this particular score, I'm going to give it 25. It's funny actually, I met one of my followers this morning. Digressing for a moment, I met him back in my very first review was Wetherspoons in Dunlaoghaire, and a guy called Alan. I met him back. He runs the traffic section in Dunlaoghaire Council, and he always follows he's a follower of my recipes. Excuse the noisy seagulls, but he said he couldn't understand how I'm not 32 stone and cholesterol coming out through my ears with all the food. But listen, food is good, we have to eat. That's a fabulous meal, and listen, thanks for all my followers that seem to enjoy it. But listen, try this one. Bit of a man's meal. I don't mean to be sexist against women, but Jesus, that was a bit of heavy going to get through that one. Talk to you soon. God bless. Bye. Listen, as always, the wine is poured, the wine is chilled. Here's my Morris Piper chips. They look absolutely gorgeous. And listen, let's jump to the main element of this. Look at that T-bone steak. Absolutely gorgeous. In fairness, it took 35 minutes to cook it at 180 in the air fryer. It looks absolutely fabulous. I put in some grape tomatoes just to give it a little bit of colour. And here's my sauce. Looks absolutely good with those Asian mushrooms. And there's my fried onions to the side. So listen, welcome to my man's dinner. Come back to you in a while.